All right, let's talk about like terms. And usually we see this in a polynomial, but it doesn't have to be a polynomial. But let's look at this expression right here. And we're asked to simplify it. When we see something like this, one of the things that we should look for are something that we call like terms. So remember what each one of these things are that I'm underlining. Each of those things is called a term. Terms in a polynomial are separated by addition and subtraction. Okay, so in this case we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are 5 terms. Now, like terms have the same variables and powers. So what does that mean? Well, let's consider this first term right here. Okay, so the variable is x, and the power is 2. Now let's look at the rest of these terms. There's one other term right here which has a single x and a power of 2. So the term 2x squared and the term 3x squared, those are like terms because they both have an x squared and no other variables. Notice their coefficients can be different. The first one, the coefficient is 2, and the second one, the coefficient is 3. So those two that I've highlighted in green are like terms. Now, are there any other like terms? Well, let's take a look. So remember, we're looking for the same variables and powers. If we look at this second term, it has an x and a y, and both of those powers are the power of 1. There's another term here which also has a single x and a single y with powers of 1. So those two are like terms. So these two I've highlighted in yellow are like terms. Now what about this last one? Well, there's no other terms that have just a single y. So 11y has no other terms which are like it. Okay, so what do we do with this? Well, what we want to do with the like terms is to combine them. So for instance, I'm just going to use a rule that which goes like this. A plus B plus C is the same as A plus C plus B. When we just have addition and subtraction, the order in which we add or subtract doesn't matter. So I'm just going to rewrite this expression as 2x squared plus 3x squared. So all I'm doing is rearranging the order of the terms. Now I still have the 7xy and the xy plus 11y. Okay, so let's keep the highlighted terms together. Let's highlight them. So remember, the yellow is the xy terms, and the green is the x squared terms. Okay, so now what do I do? All I've done is rearrange it, but we want to simplify. So we can now combine them. When we combine like terms, we just do the operations on their coefficient, and the operation is the operation which is separating the two terms. So in this case, that's this plus sign. So I want to take the 2 and I want to add 3. So 2 plus 3 and multiply it by x squared, the variable. And I do the same with the xy. I have 7 plus, now there is an implied 1 in front of the xy. So there is an implied 1. All right, so we go 7 plus 1 times xy. And I still have this 11y at the end. All right, we're almost done. let's now do those operations. 2 plus 3 is 5, x squared. 7 plus 1 is 8, xy. And we have 11y. And that's the answer. We went from having 5 terms at the up here to having just 3. All right. That's it.